Hey, I'm Dex, one of the music product specialists here at Jamstik. Today, I'm going to take you through the main features and capabilities of the Studio MIDI Guitar and the accompanying Jamstik Creator software. First, let's dive in with an overview of the guitar specs. Our main goal with the Jamstik Studio MIDI Guitar was to better serve the guitar players and producers looking for a fast, accurate, and natural MIDI controller. The guitar is ideal for producing and composing music, transcribing tablature or sheet music, and even performing live. Piano players have had MIDI keyboards for years, but guitar players have been largely left out when it comes to having a reliable, high-performing, and self-contained MIDI guitar solution that doesn't require retrofitting an existing instrument. The Studio MIDI Guitar is a headless 24-fret electric guitar with full MIDI capabilities. Powered by Jamstik signal processing technology and proprietary algorithms, the Studio MIDI represents state-of-the-art MIDI guitar performance built into a portable all-in-one solution. Due to the headless design and compact body size, it's comparable to a travel guitar and comes in at about 3/4 the size of a standard electric guitar at 32.5 inches long and 5.5 pounds. However, unlike many travel guitars, the Jamstik Studio maintains a full 25.5-inch scale length, 24 frets, and has all of the standard features of an electric guitar, including 2 humbuckers, a volume knob with coil tap switch, a 3-way switch, and a standard 1/4 inch out for connecting to amps, interfaces, pedals, and more. Tuning is handled at the bridge of the guitar, and there's an included magnetic tuning handle conveniently placed in the bridge for easy tuning. The guitar body itself is mahogany, the neck is maple, and the fretboard is rosewood. At the headstock of the guitar, you'll find a magnetic pick holder and truss rod adjustment. On the MIDI side, a precision-mounted hex MIDI pickup sends signal to our onboard processors, which perform algorithmic pitch analysis and MIDI conversion in near real time. MIDI out options include USB-C, 3.5mm TRS, and Bluetooth. Using a wired connection, latency is around 10 milliseconds, ranging from 6 to 15 milliseconds between the high and low E. Alright, now that you know the main parts and components, let's go over the features and performance capabilities of the instrument. The true performance capabilities come from the technology and processing power packed into the guitar itself. Our signal processing is done on board the guitar with a powerful, dedicated processor, and because it's happening on board the guitar, it's not competing with the software for CPU, and it's not limited by your computer's processing power. In fact, you can plug the Jamstik Studio into a hardware synthesizer without using a computer at all. We spent countless hours developing our own algorithms for analyzing and interpreting picking and playing data with extremely accurate tracking and minimal artifacts. We've achieved this while also recognizing guitar nuances and articulations that make the instrument so unique, including bends, slides, hammer-ons, pull-offs, tapping, velocity, muting, palm muting, you name it. Unlike our portable controllers, we wanted this model to feel and play like an actual electric guitar, so we built our technology inside of one. No need to buy special strings or modify your playing style. It's a real guitar, so it plays like a real guitar. Because we use natural pitch recognition, this model does require the guitar to be tuned regularly in order to function properly. The end result is a MIDI guitar that simply feels like you're playing an electric guitar. In order to truly harness the performance capabilities and dynamic nuances of the Studio MIDI Guitar, we designed the Jamstik Creator app VST plugin from scratch. The software is available for Mac and PC and serves as both a utility application for settings and configuration, as well as a full sound synthesizer. As a utility application, the Jamstik Creator holds important device and preference settings, including your MIDI mode, string sensitivity, MIDI pickup calibration, setting alternate tunings, transposition, pitch bend, expression tracking, and more. Changing the device settings, such as altering the sensitivity or changing MIDI modes, will stay locked on the firmware even after you've closed the Creator application. As a synthesizer, there are over 150 plus customizable presets of both high-quality audio samples and oscillator-based instruments. You can also add effects such as reverb, compression, EQ, flanger, delay, distortion, and pretty much anything you can think of. Let's jump into the Jamstik Creator interface for a second. You can see here that you have macro controls, which can be assigned to things by dragging and dropping this parameter. LFOs, attack, decay, sustain, release, and MIDI CC commands, and this is a really fun one, but we can get back to that later. You can also access the preset browser here. You can see we have different types, different instruments, sampler instruments, or oscillator based, and then just a rack of presets right here for you to go through. Let's try one out like pan flute. We can try another one out. Let's try It's Nasty. Let's also jump into the device settings up here. You can see here, this is where you can control the firmware settings of the Jamstik. You have string sensitivity. You can change your MIDI mode, turn Bluetooth on or off. You can do alternate tunings in here as well by changing these to what you would like to tune to. We also have a calibration setting here where you can tune the guitar. Hammer on. Slide. Tapping. Palm muting. Velocity. Vibrato. As a class-compliant MIDI controller, the Jamstik Studio will also work with your favorite MIDI-capable DAWs, plugins, and hardware instruments. You can use Ableton, Logic Pro, FL Studio, Reaper, Cubase, Serum, Anna 2, Guitar Pro, you get the idea. You can also use the TRS output to control your favorite analog hardware, or play it like a regular guitar and run out of the 1/4 inch. If you've got your headset on using your existing guitar, that's a fine alternative, but the Hex MIDI pickup is just one part of the equation. We designed our guitar as an integrated, from the ground up MIDI guitar solution, so the MIDI pickup is placed and calibrated similarly for each unit, greatly aiding in the consistency of signal. Because we don't need to account for the broad range of potential guitar models for audio signals, the entire process is made much more efficient and we can push the limits of what's possible with MIDI guitar performance. MPE stands for MIDI Polyphonic Expression. The best way that I can explain that to you is on this MIDI keyboard right here. If I play this chord, and I want to apply a pitch bend to it, you'll notice that every note rises. Well, what if I just wanted one note to change pitch? That's MPE. To demonstrate MIDI polyphonic expression, I can show you on this Jamstik using this classic country blues kind of bend. You'll notice that only the top note bends, while the note that I play on this B string stays the same. If we weren't using MPE, it would sound something like this. Or like this. But using MPE, we're able to play both, but only bend one string, and that comes across in the MIDI. Good question. The official MIDI 2.0 spec is still a work in progress and has not yet been adopted across all of the leading DAWs, VSTs, and hardware manufacturers. However, our team is involved in the MIDI Manufacturers Association, and once the spec has been widely adopted, you can expect the Studio MIDI Guitar to take full advantage of the new protocol. In general, whatever physical tuning the guitar is at will dictate the MIDI pitch. To change tunings, you must change the note values for each string in the drop-downs in the Jamstik Creator software, as well as retune your guitar. The Studio MIDI Guitar can be plugged into an amp just like a normal electric guitar. For MIDI, you'll have to connect your Jamstik to a device like a smartphone, tablet, laptop, desktop computer, running either our software or third-party software to generate the sound. Yes, you can utilize both the 1/4 inch out and MIDI out at the exact same time using an audio interface. Many players enjoy mixing the signals for some very creative results. One of the best applications for using the Studio MIDI Guitar live is using a MIDI foot controller, so you can keep your hands free for playing the guitar. In a studio setting, you can also use a simple Surface controller or any hardware with MIDI CC controls. Thanks for visiting us at the Believe in Music Week 2021. Be sure to check out the rest of our materials below and feel free to reach out with inquiries. Also, be sure not to miss our virtual trade show booth. We'll leave you with one of our favorite memories from 2020, last year's NAMM show. Here are some of the first impressions of players trying out the Studio MIDI Guitar for the very first time.
It really feels like I'm playing the guitar.